Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be making a lamb casserole with bitter gourd, which is a vegetable like this. So this is bitter gourd. Begin with our seasoning. So here in a pot I have about 490 grams, nearly 500 grams of lamb on the bone. And it's just cut into small pieces. I told the butcher to cut into small pieces. Now let's add our seasoning. So to this we're going to add about a teaspoon, level teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin powder, level teaspoon of garam masala. You can add less if you don't like the spiciness of it, and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. To this we're going to chop in 1 medium onion, 1 whole garlic and 2 tomatoes. Okay, so here I have sliced the onion, grated the garlic and chopped the tomatoes. You can also add fresh ginger, a little piece, and just slice that in as well. Or you can use frozen ginger and garlic cubes, which you can add 1 of each, 1 garlic and 1 ginger if you don't have fresh ginger or fresh garlic. So we've added it to our pot with 2 glasses of water, 2 or 3 glasses of water, let me see. 1, 2, we'll add 3 glasses of water. So give that a little mix. And we're going to cook this for about half an hour, 30 minutes, and we'll come back and see what's happened to it. So while the meat is cooking, we're going to slice this bitter gourd. So chop the ends off a little bit, and then if you can see, it's quite scaly looking. So if you see any bad bits on it, like black, any dark colored bits, just remove them with your knife and then cut it in half through the middle. You can use a chopping board, right? So this contains seeds which look like this. So what we need to do, and this sort of white pulp, so what we need to do is carefully take the seeds out. So oops, just pull them out. And clear this away like so. So you'll see it like this. So just pull the seeds out with your knife. Be very careful with this. Right, and we're going to do the same with all of our bitter gourd. So I've cleaned out 4 bitter gourds, and I would actually use more, like 6 or 7. So we've cleaned out the seeds inside, and as this is very bitter, we're going to have to soak them. We're going to slice them and then soak them in some salt to try and get rid of some of this bitterness of the bitter gourd. So let's slice it now. So slice it not too thin and not too thick, sort of like this. So do this with all of them. If you do it too thin, when you come to frying them, they will be very hard. They won't taste very nice. And if you do it too thick, they won't cook properly. So we just need to keep it sort of like this thickness, which I'm cutting. Right, so our bitter gourd is ready for frying now. So bitter gourd has a lot of health benefits. It has a lot of vitamins in it, and it cleanses the blood. It's very detoxifying. It also reduces inflammation, reduces insulin levels, and it has anti-cancer properties. And it also lowers cholesterol. So there are a lot of benefits in this if you can eat it, because it is very bitter. So I'm going to try and reduce the bitterness by adding salt to this now. So we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of salt. Don't worry, because we're going to rinse the salt out of this. We're just putting it in there so that some of the bitterness can go. So just give that a little rub with the salt. And we're going to leave it like this for about half an hour, and then we're going to rinse it out. Hi guys, so it's been about 50 minutes now. I checked after 30 minutes, but the meat was not cooked. It was still hard. So I left it on. So in total now it's been 50 minutes. So I'm just going to take a big piece out and check if it's cooked. Alright, so let's just check. Oh yes, that's very soft, as you can see. Very, very soft. There we go. So just pop that back. Now we're going to turn it on full heat, and we're going to dry out this water. So try not to touch the meat too much, because mine has gone quite soft, so we don't want to break it any further. So we'll just leave it on there on high heat for a few minutes to dry out the water. Right, so as the water is drying up, we're going to add about a tablespoon of tomato puree. This is going to give it a nice red colour. Just give that a little mix. Just keep it on high heat until all the water has completely dried out. Right, so it's been about 5 minutes on high heat, and as you can see, the water has started to dry out. So what we're going to do is add some olive oil. So we're adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1, 2. This will give the dish a nice gloss and shine. And just give that a mix and continue to dry it out. We're trying to dry all the water out. Just adjust it. So this is actually ready now. So we're going to leave this on one side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our bitter gourd and we're going to rinse out the salt. So we're going to give it a few rinses to make sure the salt is out of it. Right, so we have the heat on medium now, and we're going to put our frying pan on, and we're going to fry off our bitter gourd that we've rinsed. So in the pan we're going to put about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil, and just let that heat up. And then we're going to add our bitter gourd. We're just going to fry this off and cook it. Hi guys, so for this part you need to be very patient because we have to brown the bitter gourd pieces on both sides. So it's on a sort of medium heat, and you've got to be so patient. So if you don't have patience, please don't make this recipe. So this is how they should be looking, brown on both sides. So you must try to avoid them getting burned. We don't want to burn them, we just want to brown them and cook them up a bit. Once they've turned this kind of colour, they need to be brown on both sides. Right guys, so now we have sliced up one medium onion, and we're just going to fry that in a little bit of oil and brown it slightly, and then we're going to add it to our meat. It's about ready, so we're going to add it to our dish like so. Okay, so I've just mixed it and reheated it, and it's all ready. So I'm just going to dish out. So this is our finished recipe of lamb and bitter gourd. You can garnish it with a little bit of coriander, fresh coriander, and you can use green chili as well if you like it. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Take care and see you soon. Bye.